Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final pit stop here of season 2 of what was an epic season. Sorry, it's been a little bit late to get this one underway, but it's better late than never, as they will say. My name's Andy Thompson, and I'm joined as always with my co-host that can sometimes turn up, Mr. Tom Bingham. Tom, how are you feeling after your COVID relapse?
Well, I've still got long COVID. By the sounds of things, you can hear my voice is a bit croaky. So if I randomly cough, I do apologise, and hopefully everyone can bear with me. But yeah, it sort of wiped me out pretty bad, and with my job as well, doing a lot of physical work, it's been it's not been great. But my season's winding down now, so that's ideal. And looking forward to seeing who is taking home the prizes in this season.
Yeah, definitely has. It was a long season, 12 rounds for the drivers. You know, we visited loads of tracks, went to the Americas, then we came to Europe, and then we came to the Pacific for the final rounds, and ended up on Bathurst, which was quite an entertaining race. You know, there was still a lot on the line. The pro field was still very much on the line. The AM field was pretty much out there as more for second or third. The rookie field, and obviously we had the Pro-Ams, which was an extremely tasty one that had a lot of pressure for Lee King McGee to maintain there. But it was epic. I mean, what was sort of your highlights of the season, Tom, for you?
I think some of my highlights of the season was obviously watching the rookie class grow. I think that's been awesome. Sort of seeing how the guys have developed and sort of portrayed their skills. And unfortunately, obviously, with the numbers dwindling, it made it a little bit more of a narrower decision on who's done what. But definitely seeing the rookies grow has been great. My other two favourite moments have been when Thomas Wangan was fighting his own teammate at Road America. I thought that was quite awesome. And the other one was, as well at Road America, was watching an F1 driver take out our Pro-Am champion. So yeah, that was the other highlight.
Yeah, I mean to even have an F1 driver on the field or on the grid was something special, and it's always good. It was a bit disappointing. We had a decent field to start off with, 50 plus drivers, but we still ended up with 25 plus drivers on the track at Bathurst for the final round, so it was good. But then I suppose one of my highlights was probably the Nürburgring GP endurance one. You know, the spills and frills that we had with that, and I think in the Pro-Am lead it switched lead quite a few times, and same with the rookie, and I think that's where some of the drivers really started to bound on. I mean, one driver that comes to mind is Olte Rudd. Had a pretty much terrible first half of the season, but then came on really strong at the end, and we'll see where he finished in the standings, which is really good springboard for him for if he decides to come back for season 3 to be able to do. He did exceptionally well where he finished, and he certainly showed that he had the pace at the end of the season. Talking about season 3, obviously we're looking at trying to get that out very quickly.
Sorry, I'm just dying. I'm going to be coughing randomly.
So we are looking at trying to do something different here at Performance Link. So we're going to have season 3 and season 4 sort of joint to a degree. So it's going to combine it to be an overall Performance Link World Champion. So we're going to go to different areas like we did in season 2. So we got the Americas, then we're going to go to UK tracks, then we're going to go to Europe, and then we're going to go to the Pacific again for different tracks and different layouts. The difference is that each one of the regions is its own championship in itself. So at the end of the 4 round, actually, it's only a 4 round per area, a region we go to, but at the end of that there'll be a champion for that region, and they'll get a trophy in the classes, and then basically the next 4, the second half of the season, it starts off at 0 again. So basically you join up the pace. So hopefully the drivers that haven't done well in region 1 can start over again in Region 2, so the season's not completely ended after a terrible first half of the season. They can really go on. Then we got Season 4, same format, so there'll be 2 regions in that. So we'll be going to Europe and to the Pacific. And again, that'll be separate regions, separate championships with a winner in the regions. And then after the final region, the people that have competed in all 4 regions will be up for the World Championship, which will there's a very special trophy that we're looking at getting to give to that individual to be the Performance Link World Championship. So that's obviously Season 3 and Season 4, so that should be starting back up sometime in September. Going to keep the costs low, so we try to fill out their grid on all the seasons, but obviously pay back to you guys for thinking. And there's also something to win. And what we're looking to do to mix up the classes as well is that the top 3 and the bottom 3 after each round will go up a division or down a division. So basically you can sort of, if you've not done very well in the Pro, you'll be moved down to the Pro-Am, and if you do well in the Pro-Am again, you'll go back up to the Pro. But if you do worse in the Pro-Am, then you can go down to the Am. So, you know, over the 4 rounds, there's a good opportunity for anybody, even a rookie driver, to be able to win the overall World Championships, because the point system is going to stay the same. So it's based on class finishing positions, not overall finishing positions. We're not going to have what we had in Season 2 with grids made up. It's going to be a mixed grid from wherever you finish in the qualifying session. So you'll start wherever you finish in the qualifying, so it's all one session, because obviously one of the drivers felt it was probably a little bit too long with the qualifying session and then the actual race session. So we're going to combine it all into one. Probably have a free practice on the Saturday for the drivers if they want to do a bit of driving beforehand to get hone some of the skills on race day format. And yeah, so that's all exciting stuff to do, but that's obviously in September. And I think, Tom, you're looking at doing some sort of special events up to that time.
Yeah, so on it looks like it's going to be the 6th of August, depending on depending on whether or not the it clashes with any official iRacing events. But 6th of August, we're looking at doing a 3-hour endurance event at Donington. It's going to be a £5 entry. It's open and obviously welcome to everybody, and it's all going to be for charity. So at the moment, we're deciding which charity it will be, and if you have one in mind, please, PM me and let me know what charity it is, and we can look to donate towards them. But all the proceeds from that mini endurance race at Donington will go directly to the charity. The other one as well, before we have Season 3 of the GT3s, we're going to do super trucks, and I know that a lot of people are really excited for that. So I'm pretty confident that will be a free to enter at the moment. So Andy and I are going to discuss that, but it's all going to be live streamed, and if you haven't raced in super trucks, then you really should, because it is absolutely mental, and it's probably some of the most fun you'll have on iRacing. But those will be announced really, really shortly, and obviously the new stuff for the Season 3 will be coming out as well, with updated rules and information and all the other fun jazz. So we've listened to what the drivers have said from Season 1. We tried to implicate that in Season 2. We've now listened from what the drivers have said in Season 2, and we're trying to push that now in Season 3. So in all, keeping the costs down and just trying to pack out the grid so we can have more fun and more drivers and more action. That's the plan.
Definitely, 100%. So that's all exciting stuff that's going to be coming up here on the Performance Link channel on the Sunday night. So keep you all entertained, certainly in the winter months when we've not got anything else to do, so why not come out and do a bit of racing? But I am looking at the stream there, and I'm looking very small compared to you, Tom. You know, you got that cam far too close to you, you know. But anyway,
let's. I can put it further back if you really like.
That's all right, mate. It's not very often that you're going to be bigger than me anyway, so we'll just look at that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the championship standings as it finished, announce where the winners were in the championship. The only class that's probably up for debate is the rookies, because it seems to be all the rookies have put the penalties in for the last round. So we'll have a look at them penalties. We'll review them, give our verdicts on them, and then we can sort of try to give a rough estimate. But that the drivers with the penalties still have the opportunity to appeal that if they feel that the decision is hard done by. But without further ado, let's have a look at the final standings. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to all the viewers in the YouTube channel. I can see Tom Savage is in there, John Kirk. Good evening, guys. Yeah, let's have a look at where we're at then. So in the pro standings, I mean, what a classic end to the race there between Niels Erik Isaacson, Thomas Wangen, Kjetil Larsen, and Lance Sorensen, all from IGL Coatings. You know, they all had an opportunity to take third and fourth and first and second, but as we can see from the screen, the winner of the pro standings is Niels Erik Isaacson. An excellent race from him, so congratulations to him for our season 2 pro champion. In second place, Thomas Wangen. Not by a lot, only by 3 points was the difference between them two in the end. Some classic racing between them. And then Kjetil Larsen is our third place in the pro division there, narrowly beating Lars Sorensen coming in to the final event. So that was a good race there. Over to the Pro-Ams then. We got Lee King McGee. Pretty much got a decent lead by the end of it, with James Logston in second place. You know, I think the big telling moment for James was the first endurance race around Road America. And then we have Michael Goff, who came on really strong at the end, and obviously a big shout out for Michael. Leo owes him a massive point, because quite a few times he actually gave up his positions on track for Lee to be able to secure that first place. So you know, congratulations to them 3 drivers for the Pro-Am field. Going down to the Am then, our overall winner there was Mr. Savage. He was an exceptionally good driver. You can see the points difference there. Pretty much the class leader from start to finish in the Am field, with Stefan Andersson just getting that second place on 145, with Alte Rudd, as we were mentioning earlier on, one of my drivers of the season probably, coming in there for third place, 2 points ahead of Sammy Hendricks. You can see there, if Sammy hadn't got that penalties, it probably would have gone back onto count back of who would win, but I suppose that's the joys of penalties, I would say, when it comes to it. So congratulations to them 3. The only one that's in contention, we will go through the points at the moment, but obviously we have got some reviews to do. So Nicholas Gronstrom currently is your champion-elect by 1 point over Mr. Samuel Curran. I mean, those two had some epic battles throughout the season, so you know, some great. And then Alan Sandergaard, who again, he came on strong at the end, down 158 to secure third place. But like we said, the only one currently up for contention is the rookie field anyway, so it's going to be interesting. But I suppose without further ado, Tom, we should probably have a look at these penalties and try and see where we're at.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so let's see if I minimize this as if by magic. Here it is. Look at that. Right, okay, let's get into the meat and two veg of the podcast, and
the meat and two veg.
Have a look at some protests. So it seems to be the Alan Sandergaard and Nicholas Gronstrom show, with Patrick Wild getting a little bit in there as well. So first one is Alan Sandergaard against Nicholas Gronstrom, lap 3. So let's have a look if we can find them. Alan Sandergaard, lap 3. Lap Play. 20. So that would, if I remember rightly, and this is obviously 2 weeks ago now, isn't it? It's coming down in to the cutaway. I'm sure it was, if I remember rightly. I think that's Nicholas just in front. Yeah, I think it is. So what's the thingy? 20 corner. Nicholas Grandson closes a corner on me, so I have nowhere to go and get pushed into the wall. Let's have a look.
Dun 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 dun.
I got to admire the drivers on this track because it's so good to watch, but I just can't. I can't get around this bloody track, I tell you. Right, so let's have a look here. So I'm pretty sure it's down here.
Can you spin it around to the side?
You what?
Can you spin it around to the side?
Which way? Where's my camera? Why is my camera not coming up? This is F12, isn't it?
I'm just going to throw a couple of questions out on the YouTube as to what cars we're going to use for the 3-hour charity event. So we're going to make it multi-class, but I'm just trying to get a bit of a feel out there to see what people would be interested in driving in the multi-class.
Why will it not bring up my cameras? I don't know why. Why won't it bring?
Yeah, control F12, but is it not coming up?
There you go. It's Control F12.
Thank you, Tom. Savage.
Which angle do you want to look at?
Yeah, the way you were just going. Just want to try and see how much of his nose is alongside. Enough.
The problem I've got, I think, is that, Nicholas, there is enough space on the inside, but if you watch Alan's car, it sort of almost like comes out to the middle of the track and make contact. So if I play it normal,
can you play it slow?
You certainly can. So you can see it coming up to the corner. Obviously turning into the corner.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, he doesn't do anything malicious at all. There is enough room for the car on the inside. Yeah, he could left a little bit more room.
I'm just having a look, because obviously we're coming up to the corner. So Nicholas just come across. I mean, it's hard to see. We've seen a cockpit of. I think the problem is, so you can see him here. can't quite. I think he believes he's left the space there because if you look on board here.
It's a very fine margin. I mean, he left enough space, but not enough space. If that makes sense. Like, technically, there's enough space because he doesn't have to cross over the white line. Yeah, he still would have pushed him onto the grass, I think. Yeah, he's shutting the door on him a little bit. Trouble is, it's a really tricky corner, isn't it, that one? Because you're going so high speed, and if you don't get that cut across, you don't actually get in the groove to maintain the corner. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, it's a really tight one to call, I think.
Well, technically, there's enough room.
Yeah, I mean, if we stop it there, there is still room on the inside. I mean, not a lot, granted.
Go back a smidge. Oh, can we see actually the steering wheel of Nicholas' car?
You can. I just need to.
Oh, sorry. Well, if you don't have it up, don't worry too much.
I can. I just. It's this one. So if I go sort of there, go chase and cockpit. There we go.
There you go.
By magic. I think it's just so tight, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
And we can see Alan's that car there in the rear view camera. But then comes out of the camera view, so he is there. I'm sort of leaning towards a racing incident now. I think it's not blatant that he's come straight. If he came straight across and then cut him there, then that's a different matter. But because there's a space on the inside, I believe he was just trying to make the corner, because the further you're out on this side, you're not going to make the corner on the outside.
Yeah, he should have been more respectful though of the car on the inside. I mean, if you look where his car actually is, going round that corner. I mean, if there was a car on my inside there, I would be definitely staying wide. I mean, he's over the center line of the track towards the inside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a tight one to call just because it is such a high speed corner. Like at that point there, that door's closing.
So what
you could literally flip a coin between a racing incident and a level 1.
Yeah.
I think it's a level 1, in my opinion. He sort of like moves at the inside, as if to say, I'm shutting the door. Do you know what I mean? So he's gone there, moved again there. Like if he was to track that original line. God, it's such a tough one. I think it would be a racing incident if nothing had really happened to Alan Sandergaard. Oh, is it? Is there a bit? There's not a net code there, is there?
I'm thinking there might be something because it shouldn't kick a car that way. I mean, look at it. They're touching, but I don't know. He's actually. You can have a look, see if there's any of that in it. Let me just. Let's just have a look.
No, no net code. Back it up again and play. It's a racing incident. Like if you back like from that angle, if you back up, there's and now play it slowly. So he's squeezing him very aggressively. I'll agree, but there was still just enough room on the inside for the other car. I think it just got unlucky that happened. That's my take on it anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not always going to be right, but
I'm leaning towards a racing incident because there is a gap there.
Yeah.
Although a smaller gap.
I think the tiniest gap you've ever seen, but
I mean, if we come up, let's pause. Stop.
This is why it's nice to look at it from all angles because at least you get some kind of idea.
So it's certainly closing there. There is still room there, but I think with that, where at this point where there is still room, I think because if we play it on slightly, there is slight contact which almost pushes his car a bit more further in. Because I did notice when we were watching it, it was like a kink, almost like a kink on Nicholas Gronstrom's car. So if I do it slow, it's almost like his car gets, because where Alan hits him, because where there's first contact, if I try and get it to like here, it's almost like
you see when you pause it there, it doesn't look like there's going to be enough room. I mean, it's such a difficult one because that is such a high speed corner that you're talking about fractions of an inch. You know
what happens to? Let's have a look at. There's something happen to Alan's car as well. So let's look further back. That is just so tight to call what it is. Because I think, obviously, when there's contact, that does slide out Nicholas's car. I just got a feeling that it slides. So, it's not... Because when we play it here, if we come up to here, there's contact here, and it's almost like they're like joined, and then basically the kips... It was getting... I admit it was getting smaller, but... If you look on board with, I think if we look on board with Nicholas's car,
from what you're saying there, Sammy said the curb shouldn't be considered a car width. He can't really use it. It's a downhill camber. Yeah, we don't consider the curbs a part of the track. It's the white line. So if we watch it back from an aerial view, if there's not enough room for Alan's BMW up to the white line and Nicholas's BMW, then go back. Does he cross? Does he have to cross there? Go real slow. Yes. I mean, even that is fractional. But looking at that, considering... Zoom out just a little bit, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is actually a penalty. Because if you look at the angle of attack of Nicholas's car there, just before the contact is made, it's not going to allow enough room left on the inside for Alan's BMW. Considering he's got so much more track to play with, to be courteous knowing the other driver is there, you know? Yeah, I agree with you, John. John said from his point of view, he doesn't give enough space. And I think that is what happens. He squeezes him. Maybe he meant to squeeze Alan a bit to defend his position, but he squeezed him tut much.
Okay.
And the fact that it caused a collision, which put Alan out. I mean, if that had happened and Alan had swung around a little bit and not too bad, then that's one thing. But you know, he bins it into the barrier quite hard there, and it does cause a pretty big crash. It's very marginal, but I still think that he should have given more room, knowing 100% that the car was on the inside.
Let's have a look at the rest of them, man.
Yeah, because it's not like the back end of the car was just inside the other car. You know, he was getting alongside quite a lot.
Okay, so this is again the same two, lap 8, 21. I sent it a little, and Nicholas Gronsom just turned in without looking out for me. So same corner again then.
Oh, is this Alan again? Is it?
Yeah, Alan and Nicholas.
If you're watching along, folks, please give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the broadcasts. We do appreciate all the thumbs that are given. This was a hell of a season, wasn't it? Though, I mean, Jesus, there was some crazy battles.
I think the Pro-Am is probably the most competitive field I've ever seen. It was just so close.
Yeah. I was just thinking that even in all the other racing series and stuff I've done, the Pro-Am field last season and especially this season has just been so unbelievably spicy as far as competitiveness up front as well.
Right, so
and even in the midfield, like in the mid pack of Pro-Am as well.
So he's on lap 8. So
thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it.
So this is Nicholas is now a lap ahead of Alan. So let's see what happens here.
I
think that was an extremely ambitious overtake, considering it wasn't even for position.
Yeah, that's there's nothing there at all. It's, I believe that's Alan's fault. Runs out of brakes. That's a very, very late place to brake for that corner.
You were never going to stop there.
No, I don't think you were going to make that one. I'm sorry.
So what we've got to look at now is this is a reversal of a penalty here. So he's pretty much taken out Nicholas. And I don't know why, because you're a lap down. There's no need for this.
Could have just misjudged his braking marker, but I don't think it was intentional. You know, he's trying to keep the balance and turn the car in the whole time. Yes, he does fire the missile, as Tom Savage said, but I don't think he's trying to
No, it's. I mean, let's just go right. None of these are the fact that they are, but they are trying to do stuff that shouldn't really be done.
Is that you, Max Verstappen?
It is. It is a lunge. The thing for me is,
yeah, he was never going to make it.
which is probably why Nicholas turned like he did, and I think even Nicholas tried to give him slow down.
Sammy Talek said 5 race ban. Pops isn't in here, as he don't get him started. Andy, do you know who Sir Alan Toon is?
Sir Alan Toon.
You ever heard of him?
No.
He's a not. Anyone else heard of Sir Alan Toon in the chat? Yeah, what you're saying there, Kraft. He was making the turn though. The trouble is he wasn't making the turn.
No.
He was turning in, but either way he was going to drift out wide.
He was going to hit.
And yeah, he was going to hit either way.
If you look at the angle here, if we slow it down, look at the attack angle that Alan's on here. He's literally aiming for the apex of the corner. He's got to be going slow to make this turn, but because he's not, he's going straight. He's trying to turn there, but then he was always going to go out. I mean, if we look on board,
it doesn't. It looks worse at slow speed. You got to watch it at full speed, really, because
it's near enough trying to put on full lock there.
Yeah, run out of turn. Yeah, Daniel Carpenter, I agree, mate. A bit too far for an attempt.
Yeah. Certainly, I would understand if it was for position, but it wasn't. It was a lapped car trying to overtake a car in front. Obviously, yeah, okay, we understand. We just looked at the incident there, the reason why they got taken out. Why Alan's not on the same lap as him, but we're not looking at that, so we're looking at this one again.
Yeah, he was never making it.
He was never.
I mean, bravo for effort. I mean, you can't be knocked for trying. Yeah, it just misjudges it.
To me, that's a reversal.
Yeah, I agree.
Penalty. What are we saying, level 1?
Have we had any other reversals this season?
I think we've had one, haven't we? Yeah. What are you thinking, level 1? Or is that level 2?
No, I think it's a level 1.
Level 1?
I don't think he did it intentionally. Like, I don't think it was because if he wanted to kill him, he'd have not tried to hold the inside. He does try to turn,
if he hit his
but
back there, if he hit his back, I would have said that was a level 2, but it's a bit too far for example. So I'm going to put reverse.
He does try to make the corner. Tries to go for it, but unfortunately just runs out of tyre.
Yeah, so that's a reversal for me. Okay.
You know, there just wasn't enough grip there for him to actually make it.
Okay, the next one is the same one. He's basically so. We can say that.
What, from Nicholas?
Yeah, from Nicholas on Alan. So, yeah. We've
Okay.
obviously just determined it was a reversal there. So, yeah, we keep that one as is. Next one is Patrick Wald on Nicholas Grandstrom. Nicholas, I understand why Nick is being super aggressive because I think if I remember the race early on, Nicholas lost a lot of time and then had to try and catch back up. So, yeah, it's probably hardly surprising that he got a lot of decisions maybe against him. So, what's this? Lap 21. Turn 3. Try to send it up the inside of a tightening corner and takes me out. So, this would be after the mountain straight, wouldn't it? So Nicholas is behind. Let's watch it from. So a bit of music for the cars, eh?
I hate trying to go around the outside here. So tough.
My initial thought of this is a racing incident because that Porsche doesn't. He's almost alongside him, so he knows he's on the inside. If you watch when he comes up through the cut-in, he literally cuts right across Nicholas's car. So his options there, side, and then comes into him.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's
It's got to be on it.
I think it was an ambitious move.
Well, he had the
Nicholas.
opportunity. He was up the inside. He didn't move his line to go on the outside, and the Porsche obviously came across him, and that's what caused the incident. So if we slow it down, we can see here this Porsche comes into the cut-ins, tried to cut in, even though the BMW at the stages are aligned with his back bumper, but then gains a bit more space here, so sort of like mid-car. And then the Porsche just comes across, and Nicholas has just got nowhere to go because obviously he can't go into the wall. So it's got to be a racing incident. There's certainly nothing I don't feel that Nicholas did wrong there at all, in my eyes.
I agree.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll just put already reviewed on that one. Already reviewed. Racing incident. And the last one is Nicholas Gronstrom on Alan Sandergaard. So it's the same. Right, but then there's no hit the rear That's it, actually. That's all the protest is pretty much them protesting each other, I think, on that one. I do want to have a look at that first incident again, just to make sure that we are 100%. Should he be backing out? I don't think so. He's alongside. It's even Stevens. It's the next corner that's treacherous to thingy. Sort of even Stevens there. You can take the wider line coming into that corner. There's the opportunity there. The opportunity was all the way back here, so we were side by side here. Yeah, you could say he could have backed out, but if you're trying to fight for the position and you've got that overspeed and the opportunity came here, I just feel that, he's got that opportunity. If we have a look, this probably be a better. So you can sort of see here, he's at his rear quarter, coming up to sort of like halfway into the car. Porsche comes across and then basically hits into the front end of the BM, and obviously the BM turns around as well. So to me, I have 5 race ban copyrighted. Need to see that first. So yeah, I mean, to me that's 100% on that. Right, let's have a look at this first thing. I just want to make sure, because that will have obviously an outcome to it, and I just want to make sure that we are 100% clear on that first incident. If you don't mind, mate.
Yeah, crack on.
Right. So this would be lap 3.
It's nice to see that everybody joined us tonight to have a little watch along. So
yeah,
thank you for that. We do appreciate it. For anybody that's watching now that hasn't been watching, I've got long COVID. We've got a couple of races coming up. We've got a 3-hour charity event that's going to be coming up on the 6th of August. So if you guys have a charity that you'd like to put forward for that, the race will be 3 hours long at Donny. We're just deciding it'll be multi-class, just deciding what cars we will have at the moment, and entry will be only £5. So really, really super cheap. Teams obviously to get in, and yeah.
And all money going to charity. Nothing.
All the money goes to charity. Yeah, 100%.
We're not taking a bean.
No, we don't take any beans anyway. To be honest.
True. Very little.
So that's yeah. So that's happening, and then we have a little mini season of super trucks as well, which will be coming as well. So that will also be announced.
I'm really unsure.
Fuck, it's so marginal, isn't it? But I think our decision
there's
is
room.
still...
It's aggressive, but is it?
What do you have on board from Alan's car? I mean, unfortunately, we've made the decision, so it's...
Well, I want to, I want to make sure that we've made the right decision, because I'm just not sure that. I mean, yeah, it kicks off there because it's like a second incident, which obviously hits into Alan Carr to spear him off into the wall. It's, it's just, I don't know. It's there, but the back end of the BM hits the side of obviously Alan's car that puts him into the wall. I just want to make sure, mate, that we're 100% on this. We did already review this. I'm just double checking that we're right on this. I have an incident from earlier in the race, if we're doing that. Who's Kravit again? Who are you, Kravit?
I still think our original decision is correct.
Okay.
It's marginal, but I don't. And you, like, people can blame me. I'll still sleep good at night. So I think it's yeah.
Yeah, it can be appealed, obviously, but it's just so marginal.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, guys, that's all, because obviously this one has a big implication on the rookie championship, so I don't want to say that we've missed something here. Do you know what I mean? It's Jimmy. I just don't want to say that we've missed something here. So, okay.
I have to agree with Stefan there. He said Nicholas didn't give enough space to the Bimmer, and that's honestly the way that I'm seeing it. I think that he could have given more. Like, he's over half the track there on the inside. Nicholas is, when you come to the apex, he's going to be getting call-outs now. Car on the inside, right there. He's over halfway on the track. That's not giving room. I mean, Alan does very well to not contact him straight in the side. I think it was just a coming together, but unfortunately, if there had been more room left by Nicholas, then that wouldn't have caused what happened to Alan. That's my take on it.
All right, decision made. Fine. I was just making sure that I wanted to sort of look at it. So.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean,
the overlord like you said, has spoken.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it does come down to obviously the championship at the end of the day, doesn't it?
Well, it does now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously a level 1 incurs a 2-point penalty, which means that at the moment, because it's only 1 point at the moment, Samuel Curran will be in first place and Nicholas will be down to second with Alan still remaining in third. So that's the rookie. So let's just recap quickly over the current standings. So the pros, we got Niels Erik Eisen in first place, Thomas Wangen in second, with Ketil Larsen in third place in the pros. In the Pro-Ams, we've got Lee King McGee, James Logstone with Michael Goff in third place. In the AMs, we have Tom Savage, Stefan Anderson and Alte Rudd in third place. And in the rookies, provisionally, we have Sam Curran as the rookie champion with Nicholas Gronstrom in second place and Alan Sandergaard taking the third. So that is the final positions at the moment. Obviously, the rookie will, if Nicholas does contest that, then that will go to independent, and then we will make that. But that is the standings at the moment. But yeah, no, it's been a great season. I mean, did we have any jumps at the end? We did. Got to watch a jump. Who jumped? Jimmy, did you jump? Somebody jumped. I know they did.
What, at the start?
No, right at the end, the last lap. Did Jimmy do a jump? Somebody must have done that jump.
All in all, I have to be honest, I think it's been a fantastic season. You know, we've seen some unbelievably good driving from people, and you know, thank you to everybody that's stuck with us and, you know, put your thoughts across and all the other bits and pieces. So thank you so much for that. It's been, you know, it's been a really, really great season, and we can't wait for the next one, because the next season's going to be a lot less confusing as far as the format goes for race starts and all that kind of thing. You know, there's not going to be any gap or anything like that. It's just going to be you go when you go. So that's going to be eliminated to make it a lot easier for people. And the sheer fact that we're going to have, you know, champions for each different region. And then the trophy that I've been looking at the moment for world champion is actually going to be provided it's still available, it should be, is going to be a crystal trophy with a globe, an actual crystal globe on it. So it should be quite a unique looking trophy up on the mantelpiece there for whoever becomes Performance Link world champion. Well, the first of many.
Best jump off between Tom and Jimmy, yeah, I think. Was the best angle. Out of 10,
that was a full send.
Whoa!
Oh! Now, does he keep going?
Does he keep going?
He keeps going.
No, it was a failure. He didn't go. Let's have a look.
You're very welcome, Sammy. We appreciate that, mate. We do appreciate that. So sorry that my unfortunately my workload this year, like my real life job, has just been an absolute nightmare as far as streams and other bits and pieces. So I thoroughly apologise for that, and Andy's worked tirelessly to keep everything going when I've had to be out there, you know, earning money to pay the bills. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, the season's been amazing, and luckily now my work schedule will be winding down and down and down as we get further through the summer. So it's season 3 is going to be epic, and there's loads to battle for through the whole season. That's the exciting part now. We can it's not having to wait so long for 12 rounds to be done. It's going to be miniature. It's going to be sort of like championship sprints as opposed to race sprints. So it's going to be exciting. As you drift it into the pits, keep going.
No, his will.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah, the first one.
First one better. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, did the quadruple.
Tom, you done well in the arm. You done well in the arm, but that was poor, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, stick to driving.
Yeah, go see Jimmy Vark in the world of spinning cars.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, it's been a fantastic season, guys. Really enjoyed it. You know, we've met some great guys. you know, and like Tom said, I'd like to just reiterate, you know, big thanks for you guys joining the season. It was great that you all stuck with it in the end, you know. And one thing I do think is good, and something that I'm always an advocate. I know Tom sometimes says, "Well, why have we got that rookie class?" Is that I think I like it because it gives us something else. There's not a lot of other leagues that have 4 different classes, and I don't mind at the end of it if there's 3 or 4 guys left in the class and they're battling hard. That for me is worth the cost of whatever it is, the prize, to be able to give the opportunity for the guys that wouldn't normally be fighting for a championship the opportunity to fight for a championship. It always gets the blood boiling when you can and the heart pumping when you can actually go for a championship win. You know, I've joined many leagues before and I've been put in the out or whatever, and I haven't got a cat's chance in hell of winning. You do sort of lose a little bit of get up and go for it, I suppose. So, you know, we are going to look at the rookie class again for next season. I was having a sort of
definitely.
think if people don't like the rookie term, we could have an elite class, pros, pro-ams, and ams. So the elites are like the aliens, and then you could have it like that or something like that. But I still like to have the 4 classes, and it gives the options for people to move up and down to be able to get some good points in there. And obviously with the way that we're trying to work it is that you will always have people in the different classes fighting, because the top 3 at the end of season 1 will move up to the next class above. The bottom 3 will then move down to the class below, and so forth. So there'll be this switching around. So it gives the opportunity that not one person is going to completely dominate everything, because they're going to be sort of moving it down. Obviously, I can't move anyone from the top of the elite anywhere. He or she will have to sort of stay there. Yeah, there's other different names. I don't know what people think about being called a rookie, but you know, there's options. I just like to keep them four classes. You know.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think you know, going forward, we'll definitely keep that as a staple, because as we've seen from I can't think of his name now. That's awful. The lad in the McLaren in the rookies. What was his name?
Oh, Thomas Marjon. No, Torben Mele.
Thank you. Yeah, Torben Mele. Sorry, for Sim Racing Norway Black.
Yeah.
Just watching the fact that when he first started out in the season, you know, he was not overly consistent, and lap times were down off the class a reasonable amount. Towards the end of the season, we were watching him drive around, you know, the likes of Suzuka, for example, with a much greater understanding of like car presence and where he needs to be on track to allow faster drivers to come through, and also his what do you call it, consistency on track. It just greatly improved. So it's so good to see drivers come on and, you know, be able to actually go somewhere and learn some new skills, and not have to stress too much about the sheer fact that they are on the back of the AMs or the back of whatever. It's just nice to watch people grow, because when I first started in iRacing, same thing. It was you know, you go into your first league and it's like, oh my god, and it's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. So it's nice to be able to have that ability for people to you know, get out there and drive without too much pressure.
Yeah, I feel like they're competing against something as well. Do you know what I mean? That's a big incentive to make sure you compete. You know, we have had a big drop off. You know, not sure why, and we will try to reach out to the people that did drop off to find out why.
It's summer as well, isn't it? So that is.
Yeah, I think it was the height of summer. We had obviously the heat. Please, the pro-ams. How's that a tongue twister? Just call you gold, silver, and bronze, platinum, or something. We'll come up with some other funky name. You know, we'll call the AM the Tom Savage Seal Clubber. You know, class.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's been a great season in all. And again, once again, guys, big thank you for you lot for staying with us. It's been fun. We've had some good chats, and I think these really help as well. because one of the big things I find about league racing is toxicity after penalties reviews have come in, and everyone's wondering why people have been given what, so on and so forth, and that to me is well. But let's get our two ugly fat faces bigger.
Nobody wants to see my face. So yeah, I was going to say we also need to we'll get the charity event sent out as soon as possible to everybody, so you can start putting teams forward for that. Just need to think about what cars we're going to do.
Savage, do you want your prize? I tell you. How many times do I butcher a name? That's what you should be looking at, because I do like butchering a good name, like every now and then.
I didn't want to say anything, mate, but
I am terrible. I will hold my hands up. That's probably one of the things I could actually do maybe a little bit better. I try my best, guys. I try my best. Trying to do the production and the commentary, lead commentary. But Tom, next season you're going to be leading some of them. So
yeah, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan on that one, but no. Yeah, so the top three, if you PM either myself or Tom, we can get your prizes sorted out. And we can
we'll get them sorted.
Trophies, get all the trophies out for you. We'll try not to delay that any longer, because this has been a bit of delay due to somebody coughing his guts up and being not very well. But
listen, I sound like Barry White. It's not my fault.
You know,
I
didn't... with that, mate. You know, you don't sound like Barry White.
I got to stop licking all the door handles. That's my big thing.
You do. Stop playing with the cows on the farm, mate. That's what I'm going to say. Like.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
It takes a ton of brain power to listen to. Yeah, we'll come up with about 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, that'll be the classes. But at least I'm committed to wearing my top all season. What top are you wearing there, Tom?
So Performance Link one.
Oh, is that another one that you got on your own and not got me one? Is that
no.
How it works?
No, I've had this one a really long time. Really, really long time, this one. She's the old thoroughbred.
But no, guys, like I said, if you can give us that thumbs up, subscribe. How many subscribers have we got, by the way, now?
We are at 485.
485. 15 away from the magical 500, and then the push on to 1k, but we'll see that. But yeah, just keep looking out in the channel, guys, for obviously updates for the endurance and the super trucks. A couple of fun seasons to have a go before we get back into the hardcoreness of the GT3 season 3 in there. But I don't think I've got anything more to say, guys, but apart from thank you very much again. Been a great season 2. We've learnt a lot from season 1, and hopefully you've enjoyed the season 2, and season 3 and 4 will only be a lot better as well, with a lot more closer racing out on track. But that's it from me. Anything from yourself, Tom?
No, just to reiterate exactly what you said. Thank you so much, everybody, and keep an eye on the Discord and chat it up, and we'll get that announced, the endurance race, right away.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, until next time, until season 3 and the return of the pit stop. Have fun, enjoy the summer, enjoy that long rested break, and come back refreshed for season 3 for some very epic racing. But until then, goodbye.